Hey guys, Alex here, AG Automotive, and here today we've got the all-new 2024 MG3. This is the Essence with the hybrid. So let's check it out. Alright, before we get into the video, just want to do a shout out to Central Coast MG who were nice enough to let me have a look at this today, and I'll leave their contact details down below. And if you are after an MG3 Essence or any of the MG range, go and see them and let them know that Alex from AG Automotive sent you, and they will look after you. And if you enjoy these sort of videos, please consider subscribing. So at the front here, you've got the MG badge. You've got a really nice and sporty looking front grille there. If you can see close up, you've got the front camera, as it does have 360-degree cameras, and even things like the carbon fiber look at the bottom, like a little lip there. That I think that looks really cool and sporty. You do have your daytime running lights and headlights there as well. So what are your thoughts on the new MG3? Have you got one yet? Have you got the older model, or are you waiting on one? Let me know in the comments. So the wheels on the MG3 Essence are 16-inch wheels, and just look at them, very sporty looking. You've got silver and piano black, and I think it suits the MG3 really nicely if you stand back. You do have the camera on there along with the indicator. You've also got the sunroof, which we'll have a look at a little bit later on. And around the back here, MG badge, you've got the camera under there, MG3 hybrid, you've got your parking sensors, and you've got a little bit of a diffuser, and the rear bumper's got a trim piece there just to sort of break it up. All right, let's go and have a look inside. So inside the MG3. Now first impressions is, you know what, it's quite nice in here being their entry level model. Now some of the bits and pieces in here might be familiar, and that's because they were used in the MG4, which is not a bad thing, as I really enjoyed the MG4 all electric. You've got things like the same steering wheel, you've got the dash, you've got the media center, even the gear selector down there as well. So the dash is quite hard, even the door trims are quite hard there. You've got the nice orange stitching around the door trims and the dash and the seats, which I really like. Even the armrest in the middle, it's got a reasonable bit of softness in there, which is nice. And the seats are really comfortable to sit in. So to the right of the steering wheel, you've got your door locks, you've got your mirror controls, and you've got your headlight height control there too. Steering wheel, I love the flat bottom and top. It sort of gives it that sportier look, and I love the piano black around, big MG badge. On the left-hand side, you do have your cruise control and safety features there, and on the right, you've got some menu controls and some audio controls there as well. Behind there, on the right stalk, you've got your wipers, and on the left stalk, you've got your indicators with headlight control, and you've got auto headlights there as well. Now on the dash there, you've got your digital speedo there. On the left, you have your safety features, what lane you're in, whether there's other vehicles around you. On the right hand side, you've got things like your energy flow, whether the battery's charging or being used. You've got when your next service is due, and you've also got a tire pressure monitor there as well, which is nice. And then down the bottom there, you've got your kilowatts, how many kilowatts the electric engine is using at any one time. And we'll come over to the media screen. Now we're just in the home screen there, we'll just go into the menu. So we've got the climate control, single zone, very easy to use. You've got radio, AM, FM, and digital radio stations there. You do have music from a Bluetooth device or USB. You've got USB video. You've got a few vehicle settings there you can muck around with. You've got your 360 cameras there, and you can see that you can get wide front screen or normal front. You can have the sides, the back. And you know what? They're actually really clear. I'm actually pretty impressed with them. If you have a look at that, the clarity of the camera is really good. So very, very good to MG there. You got a whole heap of settings there as well, you know, for different bits and pieces. You've got your phone for Bluetooth. You do have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You've got your user manual for the car. It's got its own navigation, and I'll just show you that now. And if we have a look here, you can see it's actually really nice. And yeah, it gives you a few bits and pieces like petrol stations and bits and pieces there as well. And further down, you do have a few shortcut buttons there. You got your air conditioning controls, your demisters. You can turn the aircon fan system on or off. You got your home screen there, and then you've got your volume buttons there as well. Further down, nice integrated vents in the dash, and you've got 2 USBs down further and a 12-volt plug, as well as a bit of storage for a phone. You've got 2 cup holders there. And we'll come to the gear selector. I love the piano black surround, and you've got P as a button, and you've got R, N, and D there. To the left, you got your handbrake or finger brake, you've got auto hold, and you've got your drive mode button there. So you do have eco, normal, and sport there as well. And further back, nice armrest. It's reasonably soft. If we open that up, you get a little bit of storage there. In front of that, there's a little tray you can store things on. You can push that back, and that reveals either a little bit more storage, or you can use it as a cup holder there, which is pretty cool. And the seats, really nice. The fabric and the leather just go well together. I love the leather part right at the back. Just sort of gives it that premium look to it. And then we'll come over to the glove box. You know what? It's reasonable. You get your books in there, and you probably an iPad or 2 in there as well. And the sunroof, I'll just open that up. And it's a one-touch operation, and again, you know what? Really nice for these Australian conditions. All right, let's go and have a look in the back. So in the back of the MG, now first impressions is it's a little bit snug for me. Now I'm 6'1", 185 centimeters. If you have a look, my head is just about touching the roof. There is a little indent there, but it's getting pretty close. Knee room isn't the greatest, as my knees are hitting the seat. Same with the legs and the feet as well. And this seat is set up for me. Now, I love it. The design, they've kept it going from in the front there, and the orange stitching. Now you do get 2 ISOFIX spots there and 2 behind me. And unfortunately, you don't have a rear armrest in the MG3, which is a bit of a shame. You do get some door pockets, but they're not very deep. But for the rear passengers, you do get ventilation, you get a single USB, you get a little bit of storage down the bottom, and you get your map pockets or iPad pockets, which isn't too bad. All right, let's go and have a look in the boot. So in the boot of the MG3, so here we have 293 litres as it sits with the rear seats up. If you were to put the rear seats down, that expands to 983 litres, which is still reasonable for a car this size. You do get your 3 tether points at the back there, and if I pull the carpet up, you've got your breakdown tools, your tyre gel, and your battery. All right, let's go and have a look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet of the MG3, so here we have a 1.5 litre 4-cylinder petrol engine, and that's mated to an electric motor with a 1.83 kilowatt hour battery. And all up, it produces, the combined power is 155 kilowatts of power and 425 newton meters of torque. So it's a little bit of a rocket. That's mated to what MG calls a hybrid transmission, which is actually a 3-speed automatic driving the front wheels. Now MG claim the MG3 will use 4.3 litres per 100 combined, which is really good. All right, let's go for a drive. So driving the new MG3. So vision out the front's really good straight ahead and towards the passenger side as the rear vision is high up. Rear vision, you know what? It's okay. It's got a bit of width to it, but not a lot of depth. But you do have your parking sensors and 360 cameras for that to aid in that. Vision out the sides. Yeah, really good vision all the way. And the mirrors, yeah, look, the mirrors are reasonably big enough and wide enough and that you get a good field of vision out of them as well. Now, another thing you notice with a lot of MGs is the indicators are very, very loud. It's the loudest car, or loudest indicators in a car that I've experienced. Not sure about yourself. So I just picked a bumpier stretch of road and we're just going to see how the MG3 performs over the old one. It's soaking the bumps up reasonably well. Obviously the bigger bumps you are going to feel them a bit more, but you know, it's a reasonably comfortable ride, which is nice. Now the steering, yeah, you know what, the steering is reasonable actually. It's reasonably light, which is good. Here comes another corner. Goes around there with ease. And the road noise. Now we're doing about 50 kilometers, and you know what? It's reasonably quiet in here, which is really good. I like that. So what's the acceleration like from the MG3? Well, let's find out. Does get up and going. Does a little bit of hesitation to start with, but once you get into it, it yeah, actually picks up quite well, guys. So yeah, very impressed with that. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Alright, thanks guys.